Once again, already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached. The number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere in the world. To my immediate left, your right is the one and only Conrad Cushman, representing everything pro wrestling. My name is Sean Hubbard, representing Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, and collectively we are Clash of the By God podcast. Yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on. I wonder what I'm going to want to talk about today, Conrad. Oh boy. You'll be surprised, though. You'll be surprised with my reaction to what happened on Saturday. Kind of like at a point where it's like, what's the point in fighting anymore? You know what I mean? But we're going to get into that and a whole lot more, man, because Backlash was a good show for the most part. I want to thank everybody for reaching out on Saturday afternoon to my Twitter and Instagram. Everybody knew what match I was watching, and then they checked me out on YouTube as well. But, we're here for Clash of the Podcast, man, so we're going to lock in, get ourselves together, and have a good show this evening. Let's go Knicks. Game 1 tonight. For all my Knicks fans out there, we're getting it going, man. Clash of the Podcast in full effect. Conrad, my brother from another, drop that thing.
Yes. Clash of the Podcast, 88. It's a good time. It's a good number. You know what time it is, man. Let's get into our shout-outs. Jumping up first, though. Got to give it up, yo. If you send a super chat, got to show love. Joel, first one, my boy, Sean, Conrad. Let's hear about Backlash.
Joel, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we're starting at the top with Quills. Sir Quills. He says, what's up, Conrad and Sean? In chat, your boy Sir Quills is back again to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for episode 88 of the Dopest Wrestling Podcast today. Or, excuse me, Clash of the By God podcast.
That's what it is.
It's true. Since I consider Conrad and Sean to be champions of the wrestling podcast game, it's only right that I represent with a classic throwback champion in episode 88, the Lynn Swann edition of Clash.
Only difference between Lynn Swann and WWE is that when Lynn Swann tapped the ball in the air and looked like he was going to drop it in the Super Bowl, he actually recovered and caught it, while WWE just drops the ball, period.
Quilly says, WWE Backlash was surprisingly good. Strong 8 out of 10 show. Besides the obvious blunder in regards to one specific result that was predictably so. But let's get to chopping this fable.
Oh, my God.
Dougie fresh in the house. Another Monday, another Clash. Y'all ready to learn? Because I'm ready to teach you. Go ahead, Doug. Ray's also in the house. He says, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Raw has some possible bangers tonight with Sheamus versus Gunther and Ilya versus Ricochet. Possibly. Well, I got the Raw card up. We might get into it for a second. Also, Backlash was an awesome show. Not a bad match on the show. We had a great main event, an all-time great crowd.
All-time crowd for sure.
Let's see here. Mike from The Rock. He says, yeah, boy. Patch the France crowd in the WWE 2K24 video game.
Yeah, 100.
Hey, listen, man. They got Sandman DLC coming out. I saw they released this picture today. How you going to give the man the entrance from the ramp? Sandman comes from the crowd. I don't know, man. You don't do Sandman like that.
Creative geniuses over at WWE.
Guy Will Gamble says, yeah. What's good, everybody?
Sure.
Hope y'all are doing well. Shout out to Conrad Hub and chat. Appreciate you. Crowd energy in France was different. Carried the show. It sounds like they might have been the MVPs of the show, the way everyone's talking here.
Can't argue with that. France was on fire. I got to give them credit.
Right? Got people showing love. Pro Wrestler Shoot in the house. What up, Conrad? What up, Hub? Let's talk about the greatest wrestling crowd that I've ever seen.
Jesse, my brother, I do not think you were wrong about that at all. I think France has taken a giant leap, even more so than last Backlash in Puerto Rico, which I didn't think they could do any better than that. But France showed up and showed out last night or Saturday night.
Right? Clown in the house says, afternoon, everyone. What up, Clown?
Clizzo, what up, Doe?
I told y'all Backlash was going to cook.
You called it.
Deanna said, I wish American crowds had that same energy.
Hi, Deanna. And I agree with you.
I have thoughts about that, though. I have thoughts.
I mean, I have thoughts, too. It's called we're spoiled.
Yeah. It's an oversaturation a little bit. And when you get it all the time, cool. Let's see. Oh man, we got people tight. I'm skipping some comments, but I know we're gonna get back to these guys. I promise you.
M. Leezy Fo Sheezy. Hello, good evening. Hope everyone is having a blessed day. And let's kick this week off with two of the best in our community. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support on Saturday, man. You and Jesse, man, y'all kind of kept me from like flying off the handle, bro. I'm cool now. Y'all gonna be real surprised for my take on this situation in a couple minutes.
Quill says the American crowds ain't got nothing. John G, what's good?
John G, I couldn't agree with you more, bro. It is what it is, man.
Deanna said you had it right there in the palm of your hand. Can you imagine the crowd and the insanity of it? Wrong call was made. What can I say? Did I calm you down about it? It's coming, brother. It's coming.
You calm me down, but I think for the first time in me knowing you and what a tremendous friendship that we have cultivated, my brother, I think for the first time that you are dead wrong. And I know you're saying that for two reasons. I know you're saying it's coming, brother, for two reasons. You're saying it, one, because you think that, you truly believe that. And number two, because you really want it for me. And I appreciate you, bro. I don't have faith in World Wrestling Entertainment when it comes to this situation. I hope you're right, but I don't feel it. Something inside me on Saturday just went away, bro. Something on Saturday afternoon just went away.
Here to show the world. Guy Will Gamble says, let's go next.
Yeah, Guy Will Gamble.
Listen. I might say a bold prediction here. I think the Knicks win this series too.
Oh, I think the Knicks, I think the Knicks, if they play on the way to their capabilities, I think the Knicks can win this series in 5 games.
I'm going to give them 6.
Okay.
But I think that they make it to the semis, and that's where we see you're one piece away. But that's overachievement, in my opinion, if they make it that far.
Yeah, but let's go there for 2 seconds before we get into the rest of the comments. Number one, you're talking about the Eastern Conference Finals, obviously, right?
Right.
And number two, is that one piece the piece that we already have, Julius Randle, or is that piece not in the organization right now?
He ain't there yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Julius Randle's my worm. He's going to be the trade bait.
Well, you give me the rumor, which is
KD.
Well, there you're talking. I mean, if that's on the table, then we got to do what we got to do.
It'll be much easier for him than trying to play in the West where the Suns. There's too much comp out there.
Listen, he wants out, and Devin Booker wants out, and we got a lot of draft capital.
If the Suns just want to, I'm just saying, if they want to give up both, but I know you're encouraging, bro, but we got to reel it back in. We're not talking about trades when we're right in the midst of a playoff run right now. No trade talk until the end of June. But I feel you, though. But I do feel you. It's like those respectable fans who thought the Heat were going to win. I hear you. I understand that you think that something could happen here. But
and one more thing before we move on. What about Pat Riley shutting down Jimmy Butler's comments? Jimmy Butler was talking trash about the Knicks and the Celtics, and Pat Riley defends the Knicks and the Celtics over Jimmy Butler? What the heck is going on here? Pat Riley sat in front of the cameras and said Jimmy Butler should keep his mouth shut. That's your guy.
Dear Tony Khan.
Take notes. Oh, my God. Let's move on.
C-Dub, what's good?
Hey, C-Dub, appreciate you, man.
McKinney says, I'm here to talk wrestle with the Fire Live chat and the La Resistance. of podcast, Clash of the Podcast, and to let y'all know one thing's for sure, two things for certain. That French crowd was rocking. Let's go.
100%, McKinney.
I'm just trying to get to people who haven't been read yet. BJ, happy Monday, y'all. Conrad, I hope you're doing well and have been glad to chat this weekend. Sean, I caught your video about an hour after you posted Saturday. It was good. I respect your love for Oos.
Thank you, BJ. I respect you, and I'm just trying to keep a level head here.
Appreciate it. McKinney is saying Backlash 8.9 without the crowd.
Okay.
Wait, he said the show was 8.9 without the crowd. 10
without the crowd. Yeah, I caught what he said. I don't agree. I think it was more like a 7.9 without the crowd, and it bumped up to a 10 because of the crowd.
Man.
8.9, saying it's almost a 9 without the crowd. I don't know if it was a 9 show without the crowd. It was a 10 show. See, here's the thing. McKinney's half right. It was a 10 show with the crowd. But was it an 8.9 without the crowd? I don't know.
I'll have thoughts in a minute.
Yeah, let's go.
Joel says, who are the Knicks playing? Pacers.
The Indiana Pacers, we were very much underdogs. Unfortunately so, underdogs against the mighty 76ers. We overcame, and now we are favored to beat the Pacers and move on to face the Cleveland Cavaliers. No Cleveland Cavaliers. No chance Cleveland Cavaliers can at least win a game.
Maybe.
At least a game? Stretch them to 5 games?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Rob better not be in the chat. He ain't going to like hearing that. Rob ready for his Celtics to coast into the chip, he thinks.
Well, the Celtics are the favorites. I'm not going to lie about that.
But they're one of those teams that make me mad because I see all the talent and I'm like, what's wrong?
Well, I will say this, Conrad, and I think you'll agree with this. If the Celtics don't win it this year, it's over. Because they are clearly the best team in the NBA. So if they don't win, if they're choke artists, then they don't deserve to win.
I think they'll win the East. I don't know if they're going to. The West side is still. Honestly, my favorite series right now is the Mavericks and Timberwolves. Like just watching them, Nuggets and Timberwolves. I said Mavs. I think of Dirk when I see him.
No, I know what you meant.
Yeah, but that series, that was competitive. Like I love watching where I'm like, oh, good defense. Boom. That's how they took the lead back. Boom.
I'm so excited about the Knicks. I got to say one more thing and we'll move on again. Do you know, this is for the chat too, and Conrad, I think you know this. I think the Knicks and the Cavaliers, the Knicks and the 76ers are the greatest first-round series of all time, and I have stats to back it up. Do you know how many points separated the 76ers and the New York Knicks during all 6 games, meaning the points that the Knicks scored and the points that the 76ers scored, the difference between the two teams?
No clue.
1 point.
Very competitive games. Here comes Rob. I will tolerate no slander.
We are not slandering.
No, he didn't say it. He said he will not tolerate.
Oh, okay, no. I'm saying I'm with. Listen, I'm
he knew.
My guy. I appreciate you, Rob. You guys are the favorites. If you guys don't win, it's on y'all, man. You guys are the favorites.
Like I said, I think the chip will be tough. I think they should win the East, though. But the
Conrad, they are the best team in the NBA. You know I don't like the Celtics, but they are the best team in the NBA.
I wouldn't say that, bro. I don't know.
Wow, okay.
I don't know.
All right.
There's nothing. Listen, and the team who I think is the best is not the most exciting team to watch either. But
okay, fair enough.
We'll get it more. I swear we should have a side NBA.
More NBA to come, right?
Hit that old NBA music.
Let's go Knicks, 7:30 tonight, but we got some business to attend to.
All right, let's get into Backlash a little bit. We had some surprises. We've been hearing how people felt about it. This was Cody's kind of big. Okay, here's your first PLE. You're the guy. Let's see what we do here. It led to a lot of things. There was storytelling. Opening matchup here. Let's talk about this one. The team of RKO, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the new Bloodline, I guess we're calling them. I don't know what they want to call them.
I call them Bloodline 2.0, but same difference.
Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. The match started out early. Things got hot. People were heated. We got officials, security, everyone's pulling them apart. And this leads to who's the GM for them? Nick Aldis comes out. If you guys like to not follow rules so much, then we're gonna have ourselves a street fight. Yay!
Look at my boy Sugar Shane Helms.
Yo, Sugar Shane. I ain't heard that since 01.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The vertebraker, that was my favorite move back then. I was like, yeah, that's a dope move.
Yes, sir.
But shout to Shane Helms. But going back into this, what did you think of this match, Sean? And I guess the surprise.
I mean, I liked it. Honestly, I mean, it was botched. The coming from under the ring part was botched, but I like it. I think that they did a good, well, shout out to Rob. I don't know if Rob's saying that because he thinks we'd be easier to beat.
No.
Okay, thank you, Rob. So at the end of the day, though, like, it was a good match. I mean, I actually like the Nick Aldis part coming out and changing it to a no holds barred. It was pretty dope. I thought they all four put on, man. I think they did a good job. The outcome was fairly predictable. But in this case, I got to give you credit, Conrad. Predictable was okay with the way it worked out. It was a really hard-fought match. It was a really good match. It had a lot of entertaining spots in it.
Listen, my point with the predictability thing, I just want to tell people this. All I'm saying is predictability is not always bad. Some people get mad when they can guess the entire card right. And I'm like, dude, nothing wrong with that. That means it probably made sense to you. I would hope what you're thinking makes sense.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with that. Now, being predictable all the time could be bad, though, because then it might get boring to someone if they can guess all your next move. So you may want to throw a jab in there or something else. Right?
Touche.
You know? So just make sure you're smart when it comes to that. But this end move, and I saw Pro Wrestler Shoot said, I know what's coming. What do you know what's coming, buddy? What would you?
Jesse and James are OD smart, so whatever Jess got for us, I'm taking them at face value.
Oh no, he knows what I'm about to say.
Oh, okay.
Where's the video package, man? Who is this guy? I don't know who he is.
Oh God, Conrad with the pettiness. Conrad,
no,
what are you doing?
Pettiness is deserved, Sean.
Okay,
because I hear this every single week. I don't know who Blue Demon Jr. is. Where did he come from? Obviously, Blue Demon. Look. Stop this right now. But people still popped. People figured it out. And I had to hear, oh, it's different. This is a storyline, so that makes it okay.
That's kind of
whack. Hold yourself to the same standards. I have no issue with this. I know who Tama Tonga is. I know who Tonga Loa is. I know who Camacho is.
Yeah, I know. Anybody who's an educated fan knows who they are.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been around long enough, that's what it is, right?
Unless WWE's all you ever watched.
Well, some people, that's how it is. And some people don't watch New Japan, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I don't have an issue with that.
I'm sorry, Conrad. I got to say this. My hair looks amazing. Good Lord. I'm sorry, Conrad. I know that's way off top. Like, my hair looks, I mean, like Scott Hall, like a million movie stars, man. Go ahead. Sorry. I digress. There you go. You're still like a million movie stars. Your head looks.
I used to have Scott Hall hair.
Yeah, your head looks better than Triple H's.
We'll talk about him. Remind me to talk about him before we move.
Oh, I got words for him too, and you know I do.
How do you feel about Tonga Loa being added to this? Does he add to the roster? I mean, based on what I know about him from New Japan, I feel like it's kind of like I saw more jokes like this is who you picked up. You had him before, so what's different this time? Is the GOD tag team going to make this that much different?
I mean, I think in a situation like this that you don't need to overthink it, bro. Rob, I got you, and I feel you, bro. Thank you so much. Tell moms I said thanks too. At the end of the day, the Bloodline is still, but still the hottest storyline in WWE, right? So they're benefiting, meaning the family is benefiting from it being the hottest storyline in the industry. And they're benefiting from the fact that Roman Reigns is taking a break. So if that opens up job opportunities, I'm not mad at them. I'm not.
No, they've been around a long time. Like Tama Tonga, them get your bread now, man. If it's time for you to get your bread, get your bread. I see people laughing and stuff. And someone did bring up the Invisible Man. I'm going to stick up for him on this, though. If that crowd was as loud as everybody's saying it is, maybe he couldn't hear his cue.
Mm-hmm.
Video is a little bit behind what's actually happening. So if
but they have a monitor under the ring, though.
No. But I don't know if the monitor is live, or are you watching like us, like where it's delayed a little bit. Because they got to be able to edit if someone sticks up the bird or something.
Got you. Okay.
So you're like, did I miss my spot? And then he just came out in time, and luckily the ref covered for him. So the ref would get bonus pay if it was.
Yeah, the ref did cover for him. Yes.
Yeah, they made it look good because on TV it didn't look as bad to us. But then when I saw it from like the fan that was just sitting there with his record on, I'm like,
yeah. But on live TV, to your point, it looked good on live TV.
Yeah, I won't hold him to it. No video package. Where's the package? Petty Roosevelt. All right now. His video package better contain him riding a bicycle down the aisleway. Chill. WWE trademarked both Tongaloa and Tama Tonga. I did see that because they didn't even know how to spell it. Yikes. God, let's go. BJ, if this is true, that's hilarious. Tongaloa better only wrestle in tag team matches because Rob is not feeling them. I will say some of those singles matches in New Japan were rough. They were a little rough. God versus the Usos. That was a dream match for some.
I hope not. And you know why I hope not, Deanna. I know why you hope so. And under normal circumstances, I would hope so too. But you know what that means. You know what that means. You know that I'm all right. I'm going to calm down. Let's move on.
BJ said, ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Yes. Let's see here. The ref did the electric slide out of there. McKinney says, I wish Tonga hadn't come from under the ring. He's too big for that, but I like the ad because it's 2 packs the family's made. So I'm good. Where do we insert Jacob? What do you do with Jacob Fatu? Everyone was expecting it to be him, but it wasn't.
Well, I mean, it just adds a little bit of intrigue. And honestly, I think it makes it a little bit more intriguing about who he's going to align with because the numbers are starting to become a little bit skewed. I know that The Rock's coming back, so that means that The Rock's going to be the 4th guy. We're talking about a Survivor Series kind of format here. So who's to say that Tama Tonga or Jacob Fatu is not going to align himself with Roman Reigns?
Who's to say?
I'm just saying the numbers are starting to become a little bit outrageous, right? Because if Rock comes back, that'll be like 6-on-3. Assuming the third person would be the 2 other people would be the Usos.
The final boss never needs help, though.
The final boss needs help because the final boss is a heel. And I love the fact that the final boss. Let me tell you something. When Rock comes back and it's revealed that he's the true tribal chief, I hope everybody's ready because I'm calling it right now. Paul Heyman's turning on Roman Reigns. This is all Paul Heyman's plan. Paul Heyman is with Solo Sikoa. Don't be thrown off by the scared looks like he's scared to throw up the ones. Paul Heyman, let me tell you something. With all this Hall of Fame stuff and all these accolades that he's been getting and the crowd chanting his name, it's about time for Paul Heyman to remind us who he really is. And he's going to do it. He is in the camp of Solo Sikoa. Do not fool yourself.
I respect it. Let's get into the next match. There's going to be plenty of time for bloodline talk. The women's championship match here. Bayley against Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton. I want to tell y'all something that's like behind the scenes. Me and Sean cry. We heard like all these themes and we were like, yo, what did Def Rebel do? What did they do like right during this part of the show? Why?
No, listen, I don't get it. It's very upsetting, honestly.
Yeah. BJ, definitely true as well, what you just put up about Tama Tonga.
100.
That's why I used to worry about him. I'm like, please do not get in trouble.
You're talking right, Deanna. You know what that means. James, what up?
James,
you're late, but you're not late. You're here. We appreciate you. Yeah, Minnesota got screwed. Lord,
yeah. I'm gonna bring that up too. Yeah. There's a lot of little things to get into with this. Y'all leave that man alone. Getting back to this women's title match, what did you think going in? I think it was the right result. Bayley wins, obviously. Tiffany, I think it was to showcase her, and this was kind of a feel-good moment for Naomi. Like, Naomi's in there. She's still in content. We respect you. We gave you the first title shot against the champion. I don't know how you took it. Maybe if you saw that as like side eye or what, but what did you think of the match overall?
I thought it was good. I think that, and I also think that Naomi getting beat the way she got beat means that it wasn't anything weak either. It was a roll up or a reverse of a roll up, which means that's like one of those quick things that anything can happen. It doesn't make Naomi look weak. Bayley retains as she should, and Tiffany Stratton gets showcased as she should. The only thing that I don't like is Tiffany Stratton's crappy music.
It was so good before.
It was amazing before. Tiffany Stratton's NXT. See, you're getting me started all over again, bro. There's so many things that I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm trying to not be so angry about this ridiculousness about Tiffany Stratton's music. But you know what? It really was great music before. And for whatever reason, and for the record, Bayley's music was better before too. While we're talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking, man. I don't know what they're thinking.
I might even argue Naomi's music was better before too, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was better. Like I don't understand it's like if it's good, they just go the opposite route. I don't know. Maybe like somebody coming out and having the greatest
history
is that
done?
Right.
Oh, I put my finger in it by accident.
Yeah, and maybe just like, I don't know, somebody having the greatest entrance in the history of WWE and somehow still losing Let's move on.
Right. I'm looking at everybody. Someone said, is Jimmy Uso hurt or injured? Jimmy Uso is injured, I believe, is what has been said.
Hopefully he'll be healthy by the summer when all this stuff goes down.
It was, in fact, not Tiffy time. Quill says he thought it was 8 out of 10. All three women, fantastic from start to finish.
I would agree with that, Quilly.
Crowd made that match better. It was a decent match. Let me see.
Deanna, I tend to agree with Quilly a little bit more. I think it was a good match. It wasn't great, Deanna, so I'm with you on that. But it wasn't just – they did good. They did good.
I don't know why there has to be a civil war in the bloodline. The 7 of them could run rampant together. Now, Doug.
7 of them?
Doug, listen. But
that's a lot of people.
He said God, so that's 2 solo. Jacob Fatu, Jimmy, Rock.
And Roman. That's a lot of people, man. That's like NWO.
Yeah. Jay makes it 8. But listen. You know in wrestling that a super faction cannot exist like that because there's always going to be problems. Always. Even in the NWO, there were problems eventually. Too sweet me, dude. Alex said Drake and Kendrick's feud is lame compared to Triple H and PW Insider Fightful feud. Hold on now, Alex. First off, I don't know if you heard that BBL Drizzy beat, but that joint's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. The Drake and Kendrick feud's been pretty hot, man. If Shawn Michaels is inviting you to NXT where he says he will be the mediator, you're doing something right. People are yelling "Unleash the Hubs" in the chat.
I'm just trying to be a better person, honestly. I went crazy on YouTube on Saturday. Bro, it's like they don't listen, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't listen. I'm getting to the, you have to just understand at this point, and I'm kind of talking to myself because you've been trying to tell me this for months. WWE doesn't care what we want. And this is where I have to kind of edit my verbiage, okay? This will show some growth on my part, okay, Conrad? You ready for this?
I'm ready.
If WWE gives us what we want, if it just so happens, and I want you to follow me on this, if it just so happens that what we want is what WWE gives us, then so be it. Oh, okay, well, we gave you this and you liked it. Awesome. But us craving something, us wanting something that is not in their box of what they want to do, they're not going to do it. If they don't want Jey Uso to be the world champion, it doesn't matter. I can't believe I'm even saying this, bro. I don't know. I guess I've just had an epiphany.
That's the next match too, by the way.
If WWE does not want Jey Uso to be the world heavyweight champion, or to win a singles championship. It doesn't matter that Jay is over like Rover. It doesn't matter that he is undoubtedly one of the top 3 most popular professional wrestlers in WWE in 2024. It doesn't matter that Jey Uso, on a night that the French community had the greatest crowd ever, and Jey Uso's entrance out of all the entrances was the best and had the most crowd reaction and had the most crowd participation. It doesn't matter. If Paul Levesque and Bruce Pritchard and whoever else is like, well, Jey Uso, he's good, but I don't think he should be a champion. They don't give a damn. And that's kind of where I'm getting a little bit of peace in the situation, guys. I have come to the realization it doesn't matter how many times I tweet. It doesn't matter how many Instagram posts I put up. It doesn't matter how much Jey Uso is over. They don't care.
That's a fact. Let's get into it. Damian Priest, Jey Uso, World Heavyweight Championship in France, man. Yo, the crowd was lit for Jey Uso. You only have but so many opportunities, I will say, to make something happen. The longer you wait, sometimes it can be sweeter. Sometimes you could waste enough time you missed the boat when you had the chance.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate, bro. It's so unfortunate.
There's plenty of people. Imagine if the $1 Million Man won the 1992 Royal Rumble. Guess what? You missed the boat.
Right.
You missed the opportunity to do it. I'm trying to think. Imagine if Scott Hall became the WWF champion in 2002. You missed the boat. You should have did it already. So be smart here. I don't know what their game plan is with Jey Uso. I couldn't tell you. Because the way Triple H is talking, you would think he loves the dude. And I'm not saying that he doesn't, but at the same token, you talk good about him. What are you going to give him? What is the end game for him?
And I appreciate, I know that's a layup that you just tossed me, Conrad, or alley-oop you just tossed me. You sit up here. This is me trying to remain calm, all right? I gave you my word earlier today, Conrad, that I would try and remain calm, all right? You sit up here for the fifth time, third time that it was legitimate. The first 2 times, Hell in a Cell, Clash of the Champions back in the pandemic, not so much. But SummerSlam, maybe, probably not. Definitely Seth Rollins, definitely Gunther, and most definitely Damian Priest. So for the third time at least, you give the fans the opposite of what they want as it relates to Jey Uso. Because I'd say on a 75-25 clip, people love Jey Uso. And the 25 are just hating. So that's where I'm at with it, right? So after disappointing the entire WWE community by having Jey Uso lose, again, 0-6 in world title matches, you then go on the post-match press conference and you have the audacity.
You want to save the post? No, finish your point. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna talk about the post conference press conference.
Well, if we're gonna talk about it later, then I'll
you want to save it?
I'll refrain. It's not about it's not about we're saving anything. It's about, brother. You're my guy. It's not about saving anything. I'm just simply gonna refrain out of respect for you because I kid you not. The post-match press conference made me madder than I thought I could already be.
I hear you, because I think something that you're going to want to talk about is different than what I'm going to want to talk about.
Okay.
Jey Uso did not get the win. Tons of interference. The sad question that you always ask yourself with baby faces sometimes is, where's all the people that he came to help?
My guy Derek, bless you, brother.
Derek, what up? Where's Cody? He helped Cody at WrestleMania. Where's Cody? Busy on SmackDown, I guess, right? I'm just put, and this is just, and to me, this is babyface syndrome stuff where it's like,
see, the problem I have with you, Conrad, and it's not really a problem with you.
I'm making sense.
you really are. You really are. And it's making me mad. I'm not mad at you, bro. But it's really making me mad because where is Cody Rhodes?
No Undertaker to show up for Jey Uso. But I get that. I get what listen, that's dumb babyface syndrome.
No, the Undertaker part, you're being kind of tongue-in-cheek. But you're right about Cody Rhodes. Jay's been helping you for a year.
They were all rocking out together, but you let the Judgment Day come out and run that much interference. But we see where the Judgment Day has a storyline too. I don't want to forget about them in this.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
The Judgment Day, Damian Priest has been yelling at them that he didn't want the extra assistance, he didn't want the help. He wasn't feeling it at all. So you know where this is leading to. Priest is going to eventually possibly get the boot out of this group. And yeah, that's fair. I
want to respond to James and McKinney.
Hold on, I'm looking for them. Go ahead. Is it this one?
Yes. No, it's about him. Them talking about how Jay turned down Cody Rhodes' help.
Wait, where is this at? Sorry. All
right. Here's the thing. And you guys are super smart. James, McKinney, appreciate you guys. I'm not talking about what Jay said on Raw. We all know what Jay said on Raw. I'm talking about the morons in the truck or in Gorilla that made him say that to Cody. Why in God's name would Jay say, no, Cody, listen, do me a favor, Oos, and don't get involved in my match. That's good television. Cody helping Jay would be freaking awesome. Why is Jay telling Cody not to help him? That's stupid.
From a writing standpoint, it really doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense.
Because you knew what was going to happen. Like, you knew that you were going to get jumped. Why would you
Jay's outnumbered by the Bloodline, by the Judgment Day, and Jey Uso, in your brilliant minds and creative are going to say, you know what makes sense? Let's have Jey Uso tell his only friend on Raw, I'm cool. I don't need any help. I can do it on my own. Does that make any sense?
From a character standpoint, no. But like I said, I chalk this up to what we call in pro wrestling. This is just dumb baby faces.
Lord. Like, and I'm wrong. Not only friend. He got Sami Zayn too, but whatever.
Well, you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
it's the I have to do this on my own. And it's like, why would you do that?
Did Cody do it on his own? And I'm not knocking Cody, but did Cody had to have the Hall of Fame help him win the title? A whole wing of the Hall of Fame helped Cody Rhodes win the title, but Jay doesn't get any help? Give me a break, man. What kind of writing, what kind of storyline is that? That's stupid. Everybody who watches the product knows that Jay is outnumbered every week. Why would he turn down help?
Let me see here. Joe.
Why the hell would you turn down help? That makes sense. Oh, you know what? Jay, you're going to do it on your own. So you can get beat again?
I chalk it up to the pro wrestling. I have to do it on my own. You know, I don't get it, but you know, people say
man.
That.
I mean, this is what pisses me off. You guys think I'm really pissed that Jey Uso's not the world heavyweight champion? No, it annoys me. But what I'm pissed about, it makes no sense how they're doing this. They are ruining this guy's career. His window, guys, is gonna close. To what Conrad was saying earlier, this is not gonna last forever.
That's gonna be them closing the window too.
Exactly. You know.
Joel said, Sean, in my line of work, people don't get things that you and Conrad may understand. So think of it like that. Can't make everyone happy. That is true. That is true. There's two paths you could always go down with wrestling stories. People talk about they were loving the entrance. In the words of Triple H, me and my friend Mark will stop watching. You laugh. People did stop watching after he said that line. And I'm going to save it. Since I told Sean, I'm going to save my same thing for that. Remember that comment, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jey Uso is reaching that Tyler Black, Seth Rollins booking in ROH where they waited to pull the trigger on him winning the ROH title, and not long fans turned on him. I don't think fans will turn on Jey. I think the thing is, how do you believe in some of this stuff? How do you believe in it? Like, after you eventually someone loses to the point to where you're like, dude, I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care.
There comes a point, even me, clearly I'm not there yet, clearly. But even me, there's going to come a day, you know what, don't tell me Jey Uso's fighting for a championship anymore. I don't care. I won't even watch. Because it gets to a point, it's like, this is ridiculous. I see Guy Will Gamble saying that Sammy did it on his own. Well, he did it. He had that night. At WrestleMania, I guess he did it on his own. But he had Chad Gable helping him along the way. But I guess you're right in that regard. But my God, man, I want our viewers and listeners who I love to truly understand. I'm not crazy, bro. This is not just about my favorite wrestler not being the world heavyweight champion. This is about it making sense. Even Sami Zayn, who I am a big fan of, what the hell sense does it make that he gets to be the one to beat Gunther? Let's take this ride real quick, Conrad, shall we? Let
me just say hi to Tiffany in the chat, because I did.
Hi, Tiffany. Let's take this ride, shall we? So Jey Uso, who couldn't be more over if he tried, loses to Gunther because of his brother. Instead, are you ready for this, Conrad? Are you ready for this, chat? Instead of Jey Uso beating Gunther and then defending the title against his brother. Or better yet, you guys think, oh, well, here's a good idea. Let's have Sami Zayn beat him. Sami Zayn is a 4-time Intercontinental Champion. 4 times. You know how many titles Jey Uso's won by himself? Jey Uso hasn't been World Heavyweight Champion. Jey Uso hasn't been Intercontinental Champion. Jey Uso hasn't been European Champion. Jey Uso hasn't been Hardcore Champion. Jey Uso hasn't been the Speed Champion. Jey Uso hasn't been the Cruiserweight Champion. Jey Uso hasn't won the up, down, down championship. He's won nothing. Nothing. The most over guy on Raw, with the exception of maybe Cody Rhodes, has won nothing.
McKinney says, but when he beats down the Judgment Day by himself, it'll make him look stronger. You know how these stories are written. I get it. I told someone in the chat, I get it. It's the babyface stuff. If anything, the injuries to Rhea and Dom might make Priest hold it longer. They're trying the old corner booking. Priest didn't want help. Jay said he didn't as well. Yeah, now you're waiting. The story is really Priest. The title storyline is dealing with Priest and his group. Did Jay have the crowd before Cody, since he had the story for 2 years?
I think Jay had the crowd since SummerSlam, I would say. Since he turned on Roman.
I think people started getting behind him more since that match at Hell in a Cell, I think it was in 2020. I started noticing people were really into it, because I was surprised. You know me. I was like, people are into Jey Uso? Like, you guys really believe this? And then slowly but surely, I started to see it more and more. And even Sean was telling me, he's like, nah, people, this dude's got it.
You can feel the momentum starting, but it's like,
they stopped it, they paused it, then they went on that long tag reign, but then he still kept showing character.
Right.
And then it got him more over, and then people really wanted to see it. So I get both sides of this. No.
You get both sides of this.
Yes, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Eric, let me know about that when we get to that segment, because I didn't see that yet. The side of saying, listen, Jay, like, the story is concerning this, and Roman's going to be the guy to keep the title at this time. Like,
you're talking about him not beating Roman.
Yes.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I thought you were talking about what's going on now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And listen, there's Judgment Day fans. Maybe people were in between a rock and a hard place here. I told you it didn't matter who won this. I think in the end, I still think they're going to do what they're going to do in a couple months. That's where I stood.
And that's the scapegoat thing, and that's why I feel like our brother Jesse is wrong, Because Jesse's like, yo, Hubs, it's coming, bro. It's coming. It's not coming. They're going to shift this thing into Usos getting back with Roman, and his championship quest is going to go by the wayside. That's what's going to happen.
Hi, Andy. Welcome.
This is so messed up, bro. I mean, this is so messed up. I know y'all think I'm crazy, bro. I know y'all think I'm crazy. I hate this because this industry is about results. This industry is supposed to be about results. It's supposed to be about getting over with the fans. Top 5 in merchandise sales. Top 5 in characters played on WWE 2K. Best reaction on all of WWE, except maybe if The Rock or Roman Reigns comes back. What other metrics are we looking at? Somebody. Thank you for making me laugh. If somebody can give it to me and help me understand, I'm gonna say it again. Top 5 merch, top 5 play characters on 2K, and the best crowd reaction in all of WWE. What else is there?
I don't know. People are questioning about LA Knight too.
LA Knight as well. I think on a slightly smaller level, but LA Knight applies also. Chad
Gable. I still think Chad can still eventually get what his goal is, though. It's just you got to run with the story with that.
Yeah, let's. Oh God, Conrad, I'm sorry, bro.
It's fine. It's fine.
I just, this really. I want people to be treated fairly, man. That's what this is all about. And I venture to ask you this question as well. How do you think Jey Uso feels about this behind the scenes? Do you think he's cool with all this? Matter of fact, but wait, before you answer, let me pose that question a different way. When they get to France or whenever they decide what's going on, when they say, hey, yo, you and Damian for the title, you're going to lose again. How do you think he feels about that? You think he's cool? It's just kind of like it's part of what we got to do, or
I think when this check is cut, he's gonna feel real good. But you know what I mean? Like I think that's what is that the promise in the long run though? Because if you're focused on that long term vision, you might be missing out though on what you could do here.
All right, no doubt.
I'll move on because we're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, let's move. No, and you should tell me to move on. I apologize, bro. Because I know that I'm losing my mind right now. I'll be all right.
Listen, this one's for the ladies. Women's tag titles. I ain't playing about this. Kabuki Warriors, Asuka, Kairi saying, I love you, but it was time to drop them belts. And they have dropped them to the new women's tag team champions of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. There were some harsh reactions towards Jade in this match I read. I didn't really pay too much attention during this one, but also at the same time, I didn't know that people were like, yeah, they messed up a bunch of stuff in this. I didn't see it like that, but I don't know. What did you think?
I think they got it right. I mean, I think the right team won. I think it's a really good opportunity to do what I said they should do, which is to have them hold the titles until they split. And even, like I said, a soft split like Eddie Guerrero and Rey before Eddie really turned, God rest his soul, really turned on Rey in 2005, where they face each other at WrestleMania as tag team champions. I would love that. I would love to see either Jade or Bianca win one of the women's championships while they're still tag team champions, and then face each other for the title as champions.
I think as well that you're going to have to look at this and say, I would tell anyone who's in the women's tag division, or if you're not doing something, these two are going to keep the titles until I see someone that's ready to do it.
Well, if this was real life, nobody would beat them ever.
Right. But I'm saying clean slate. You're like, listen,
right.
I need a team to do this. I don't know how long this is going to be. But once I see a team that's over enough to do it, that's when I'll make this move. But until then, these two are beating everybody.
Got you.
Period. Until you can figure it out and decide what you want to do.
They should be positioned to be the most dominant women's tag team champions of all time.
Yes.
Whoa. I will wait till you get to the bottom of the comments, but what is going on here?
Huh? Hold on.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient until you see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I'm gonna chill. You'll see it eventually. Shout out to
whose
James.
comment am I looking at here?
Shout out to James.
Breaking news. Oh, so that's what someone was talking about before, that Drew's out. So these are the connected stories. Jey Uso is replacing Drew in King of the Ring.
Here we go again. Here we go again. I'm gonna. You know what?
They about to give him that crown.
Can I predict it right now? Can I tell you early predict? We're gonna do a King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring breakdown, regardless. Can I give you a prediction?
Go ahead.
Early predict. Jey Uso lose to Gunther in the finals. Book it. Book it. Conrad, look at me. Look directly at me. Book it. Jey Uso loses to Gunther in the finals. Book it. Yo, chat, tell me I'm wrong. Chat, tell me I'm wrong. Jey Uso loses to Gunther in the finals. Book it.
Going back to this match, though, Clown said that the women's tag title match ref was not good. Jade looked gassed, got lost in the middle of the match, but they recovered. Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. I thought at the end it looked good. Okay. There were some good double team moves for the new champs. Doug is saying they did it right. Majority of the women tag titles are on SmackDown. Raw is dry. I'm curious to know what happened in the middle when the ref was saying Kyrie was illegal, yet acknowledged she tagged Asuka. It fell apart there for me. I respect it.
I respect it.
People are saying King J.
Would be
not anymore. Renegade, Damage Control, Isla Dawn, Kylie Ray, I can't remember her new name now, are on Raw. Good match. The ref telling Kyrie she wasn't the legal person threw things off for a minute. I think that's what threw Jade off. Yeah. Guy Will Gamble, cut it out.
Here we go again. Guy Will Gamble's feeling me. Deanna's feeling me. Thank you, BJ, and thank you. Who's that below BJ? That always
Doug.
gets muffled. Doug, appreciate you. Doug and BJ, thank you for correcting me. They would face each other in the semifinals. Book it. Gunther beats Jey Uso. Book it.
We'll have a breakdown of that momentarily.
Conrad, do you understand that I want to punch somebody in the face?
Oh, it's going to get worse.
Oh, God.
So, moving on. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, the Battle of the Bullet Club. I got to say this, yo.
Yeah, talk to me.
When WWE does right, I'm going to give them props. But I got to call out when I see dorkmanship as well.
Okay.
So, Michael Cole doing the too sweet to Cody Rhodes before the show. That little, outside thing they had where they were talking and then, AJ didn't want to too sweet him. Then Michael Cole comes up and I'm like, dude, it feels so disgenuine.
Yeah, it seems it's corny for sure. Yeah,
it's like when I know they're a new company and they're under Triple H, but it's hard for me to get over all the years that we've spent AJ Styles from an independent wrestling territory in Florida, you disrespectful, no good.
No, I feel you, bro. Yeah,
say its name, bro.
Yeah,
and they would just do stuff like that. Why say your competition's name? I think it's disrespectful sometimes to act like they don't exist to where I'm like, where he came from. Just say it one time so people know. It's 100,
100.
And instead, they do stuff like that, and I was just like, oh, how dorky does this feel? I thought this was a good match, though. It showed AJ can still go. I don't know what AJ's going to want to do after this contract runs out. Do you think he hangs him up? Do you think he'll still want to work in wrestling? Or
no, I think he'll still want to work in wrestling for sure, bro. I think that's a definite.
We made the right call here. Cody picks up the win. I couldn't be mad at it. The crowd was electric for them. I have zero clue what they were singing for some of them. They were singing Cody's theme. Cody was super over in France. It felt weird. He was wearing the America gear, but he was still, I don't know. They rocked out for Cody, though. Good for him. Great reaction. So for people who said that his reaction waned, I don't think that it stayed there.
Yeah.
Overall thoughts on the show?
I mean, I thought it was an 8 out of 10. I know this. I think it was McKinney that gave it almost a 9 out of 10. It was an 8 out of 10. It would have been a 7 out of 10 without the crowd. The crowd bumped it up to. I'll take that back. It was a 9 out of 10. The crowd bumped it up 2 spots for me, so it was a 7 out of 10 in ring, and then because of the crowd's amazingness, it bumped up to a 9.
Yeah, they did really good. Thank you, France, for Cody's entrance. Phenomenal in French.
La da 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 da.
Yeah, they sang their national anthem at one point.
Jocelyn, I see you, girl. I see you. I hope you're wrong. I don't want to see it go 7, but at least you're saying the Knicks are going to win. I appreciate that.
AJ's old music would have hit different with that crowd.
Facts.
Another better theme. I'm not feeling AJ's new theme. I don't hate it as much as some of the other ones, but this one I'm just like, I don't feel like AJ, man.
Yep, I agree. I mean, let's go down the list real quick. AJ's music was better. Bailey's music was better. Tiffany Stratton's music was way better.
I got the answer for you if you want to know. Who better than Canyon?
Oh,
everybody.
Everybody. Yeah, I remember that too.
They might have a couple dubs here, man. I don't know.
Can we name one that got better?
Def Rebel had a couple hits.
Okay.
Somebody called them the Arby's of pro wrestling. Like, you know what, Arby's has a couple things that hit on the menu, but you're like, nah, fam, I'm good for the most part.
That's an interesting take. I like that.
It's true. They had a couple that you're like, okay, this is pretty good.
I like that.
Quills is giving it an 8 out of 10. Let me see what E said. What up, E? He said when Gomez got the first time, they stopped the WWE bubble crap and actually mentioned wrestling other companies and legends dying. Ain't no way that show was an 8. I ain't watch it, but come on, it was solid. E. The crowd made it way better. Like, that was one of the first question. How do you feel about people saying that crowd took away? How do you feel about, like, I saw some fans.
Go ahead. I'm assuming you read that somewhere.
A lot of people were saying it.
That's
a lot
ridiculous.
of people said the fans took away from the show. This is similar to the Raw After Mania crowds with the they're just trying to get themselves over. They're being annoying. Like, I'm trying to watch the match and I keep hearing them and they're doing extra and they're part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a long response. I'm just gonna say that's ridiculous.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't have an issue with it. I like crowds being energetic. I'd rather them be energetic than come in there and say that stuff. I think I saw Disco might have been one person who said it. There were a couple people who were saying
my guy Disco was the guy who had the greatest match in Super Brawl history.
Stop
no,
it.
I'm kidding. But Disco, yeah, that's hate, bro. Why would you? Disco's hating. Whoever else said that is hating. That crowd was amazing.
Could you imagine a crowd being like that every night?
I mean, I could imagine, but it would never happen.
But would you be annoyed by it, though? You think eventually?
I wouldn't be annoyed by it. Crowd reaction is 50%, 40, 30% of what makes the wrestling business great.
Sitting on your hands is no good for me.
Exactly, man. That was a tremendous. The crowd I got hyped from the opening bell when they were singing Randy Orton's music.
I would rather have you doing stuff like that than sitting there and then I'm looking to see if people are actually booing like Dominic Mysterio, and I'm like, this is fake. Piped in. I could tell no one's moving, and I don't.
As a matter of fact, you can tell the people right now, Conrad. I texted you during SmackDown the night before.
Right.
And I was like, "Yo, this crowd is getting me hyped for Backlash tomorrow."
Yeah, it works. It works.
Guy you've never had roast beef from Arby's? You need to try it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, get that beef and cheddar. I recommend their sandwiches, the like those fresh market sandwiches, I think they're called, or whatever. Those are pretty good.
But they're not paying us, so let's move on.
But you could, Arby's, send an email to @EPW show @gmail or Hubbard Wrestling Weekly @gmail, and yeah, we could talk. You could even pay us in food, possibly. We could talk.
There you go.
The 3 items that we like, we'll pick.
Yes,
it'll be good. The finals of the King of the Ring is going to be Raw versus SmackDown. Someone's predicting.
Right, no, it is going to be that, and they were kind of correcting me about my Jay losing to Gunther in the finals prediction. All right, so he'll lose to Gunther in the semifinals.
Maybe. Disco is the one that started. I mean, I saw more than just Disco saying it. The pork bellies are delicious at Arby's.
That's what she said.
What? The only crowd that is disrupting that is bringing the beach ball into the arena. I thought the beach ball was fun too. Who's the beach ball hurting? Who's it really hurting?
Nobody except haters.
I don't know. I didn't mind it. Like I said, the crowd's lit. But Disco used to turn crickets when he was confused. Turn the crickets. Stop it. Those are the same fans that say, "Oh, they're sitting on their hands. There wasn't any crowd participation." If they sponsor the pod, I'll go get a sandwich. You heard that, Arby's.
Thank you, Guy Will Gamble. We appreciate that. And real quick, guys, Did you guys notice that WWE said what they said about going internationally more often? I think they're starting to feel the crowd being a thing.
Yes, that's what I was going to say about the American crowds that someone mentioned in the beginning. It was either Deanna or Jocelyn. I can't remember who brought it up, but I think it was Deanna. This is why they're going to go international more. They're starving the American audience. They're trying to tell you, step up. If you want that, show me the reactions.
Yep, I agree.
Now, I'm going to jump this over what I was going to talk about. Speaking of those reactions, let's talk about that work here. WrestleMania is going to Las Vegas on Easter Sunday on 4/20. I can only imagine the activities that'll be going on that Sunday.
Honestly, I know Jesse's watching from Pro Wrestling Shoot. That might I haven't made up my mind yet, but that might deter me from going because Easter Sunday is a very important day in my family. So it's like I don't know why they would make that decision. But whatever. I mean, Easter Sunday, that's a tough day, man. I mean, I'm a very religious person. A lot of people are very religious. I don't know if I can go to Vegas on Easter Sunday, but I'm going to try. I'm thinking about relax, Jesse. Relax. I haven't made up my mind yet.
I just think that's a rough day to run on too. Like there's going to be people in Vegas who are going to be out and want to go and do that stuff, but it's also a nighttime activity. Maybe they can still get there and do what they're gonna do. But
wow, Prince Rockstar and Clown talking about it being 4/20. I forgot about that.
4/20. You didn't get what I said?
I didn't pick up on it, bro. I thought you were talking about Easter. I thought you were talking about Easter.
No, I said I can only imagine the activities that'll be going on that day.
Oh, in that case, yeah, it's gonna be lit. Everybody's gonna be losing their minds.
I'm telling you now, here comes Snoop. So get ready, special guest ref.
In Minnesota, I'm sorry. Shout out to Minneapolis. You guys got screwed, man.
Yo, I will tell you guys this. I was told they had WrestleMania. Like, Sean, where's a bag?
Mm-hmm.
I have one right here, but I'm not going to dig it out.
Yeah.
In the bag, bro. Like, Jake the Snake. It was over. Why on earth? How did this happen? I don't know. And they said new direction from the company. Yo, here's my thing, bro. Now, Sean's from New York. I'm always going to bring this up. Sean knows he always got better shows than me. I can accept that. I can respect that. But if Buffalo got WrestleMania or a big time show, and then they were like, you know what? Nah, New York City wants us. Deuces. Why are we even like?
Yeah,
why is there a bidding process?
That's wrong. 100%. That's wrong.
To get smacked, like to get embarrassed. And they said Minneapolis just gave it up like, oh, okay, maybe in the next year or two we can get it.
And I don't want to hear about it being cold. Shout out to Wellerman Productions. I appreciate what you're saying, but I don't want to hear about that because at the end of the day, it's a dome. It's a beautiful facility. There's nothing, the elements have nothing to do with Minnesota.
Well, there's a lot more, though. You got to remember, you're going to want to go to NXT. You would want to have people try to go to that WWE World thing. Are they setting that up in the arenas? Or?
They're going to set it up well, since they're going to Vegas, they're going to set it up at the T-Mobile Center. But they could have set it up at the Timberwolves Arena. This is not, all this stuff is bullcrap, man. Minneapolis got screwed, plain and simple.
Someone's telling you take the whole fam to Vegas. Y'all don't know how much the tickets cost. The rumors I heard. Man, I don't know. That's what's deterred me from going. Me and Sean will meet up for a WrestleMania. Like, I don't have an issue with that. My issue is how much it costs. Yeah. When me and Sean talk about the previous ones we went to, the pricing is so different.
Even from 10 years ago, it's way different.
Yeah, because I went to 33 and I was like, yo, that's not bad. I remember I was like, okay, it's a little bit more than 29, but I can live with that. Now, what I heard for like 39, I was like, bugging, bro. There's no way. I'm
still interested in going to Vegas. Like, Jess is trying to talk me into it, but I hope them prices are at least better than what I've been hearing, because if it's what I think it's going to be, bro.
Yo, 42's in London. James, you didn't know me when I don't remember this whole Minnesota lost WrestleMania 33 as well. And if it happened then, that still doesn't make it right. Like, I don't care. I don't want to hear no complaints. You didn't know me back then. Cut it out.
Yo, shout out to James. He said T-Mobile Arena might be booked because of the Golden Knights, and maybe they go to the Sphere. But you know something? Also, they have at their disposal the MGM Grand.
This is true. WrestleMania 33 was nice, right, Conrad? No, I lost a lot of money there. I've told that story on here. I was tight.
That's pretty dope, though. You went to Orlando. I went to Miami.
Yeah, I went to New Jersey as well. I know
and
that
I went to you went to Jersey. I went to the Garden in New York. You went to Orlando. I went to Miami.
I actually went to visit the Garden. That was back when Melo played.
Listen, right here on the show, are we going to at least consider going to Vegas?
I'll consider it.
All right, I'll consider it.
It's pricing is what I'm worried about. All
right, we'll talk off the air. Well, Jesse, Jesse and James, we're thinking about it, bro.
Send those super chats.
For real. Help us out, please.
Uber issue in Minnesota as well. Minnesota's too cold. Man, y'all finding some real good excuses. Does Las Vegas need this money?
No.
I mean, seriously, y'all really don't need this money. You got enough shows. And
this was what happened in this situation is simply this. I have a date to the prom. That's okay. And then the head cheerleader says, "Hey, Sean, would you like to go to the prom?" And I'm like, "I would love to go to the prom." And I dump the okay girl. That's what this is. Minnesota was the prom date, and they got dumped for a better offer. Now, again, you heard me say it was a better offer. I'm not denying that, but that doesn't make it right. It's wrong. They had a deal. If I were Minnesota, I would never do business with WWE again. None of us can officially confirm that they had it locked in for Minneapolis. But if they
do think that, why would they think that?
Right, exactly.
They did.
So even if you guys had a handshake agreement, if I were Minnesota, I would never do business with WWE again. You wouldn't come to my city ever again, to my state ever again.
And to people saying it's cold, so what's going to happen moving forward? Hold on, I'm getting some reverb. If you're saying that going forward, right? Then when are we going to get stuff? Is it going to be like, oh, we'll come to only New York for SummerSlam? And then we're going to be in those summery, like SummerSlam places, and it's going to be Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, whatever, Pittsburgh. Like, is that what we're going to do instead then?
Well, I'm on production. It doesn't matter I hear you. It doesn't matter if WWE doesn't need Minnesota. What WWE, God bless you, the only Vinny we like. We see you, Vinny.
Vinny.
The problem is that Minnesota got lied to, bro. That's not proper business practices.
That's unethical.
WWE does not need Minnesota, but it's unethical. It's unethical what they did.
Yeah, you can't tell people that. Prince Rockstar, actually, this would be a smart move to do. TK will take Minnesota. I would announce a big show for there. Listen, by the way, let's go back to this date. I want y'all to know this was also very strategic. I don't like it, but it's also very smart. I can acknowledge both things. What happens in a month after this, Sean?
A month after this would be Backlash, right?
No. Think about a pay-per-view that happens next month. Same city.
You got me stumped, bro.
Think of Memorial Day. What's happening?
Oh, Double or Nothing. Wow.
Must be a coinky dink. Do. Oh yeah, no, I just happened to run this show.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
AEW doesn't own Memorial Day. I get it. So if I'm AEW, you better find Atlantic City. You better find somewhere else to book Double or Nothing. Do not do it in Las Vegas. They're going to be tapped out of bread.
That's crazy. That is that's not a coincidence at all.
Wait, what do you mean Minnesota got robbed? Okay, well, Amon, let me explain this. There's a bidding process for WrestleMania where you put money down to get it. If they won the bid, how did Las Vegas get it all of a sudden?
Right. That's underhanded business practices.
Yeah, how did they jump over you? There seems to be rules for it. And yep, everyone figured it out. Double or Nothing.
I could not tell you who the lady is, but I'm sure if I looked it up, I can find it. I'm sure if you looked it up, you can find it. There was a congresswoman or the mayor or the governor or some lady from Minnesota who got up on their platform and said, WrestleMania is almost a done deal. She said that. WrestleMania is almost a done deal. We got a couple more T's to cross and a couple more I's to dot. And you know what WWE said? I think Vegas would be better. And they just nixed the deal. That's messed up, bro.
All I'm saying is don't put a bid on it then. Like, that's dumb.
That's crazy, man.
This is the dumbest thing to be mad about. Unethical is not dumb to be mad about. That's foul. Like, call people when they're foul. That was foul.
Yeah, Jesse, I'm surprised you're an upstanding human being. I'm surprised to hear you say that. It's not about being mad. It's about us calling out, Conrad and I calling out the fact that that's an unethical business practice.
Yeah, like I'd be mad if that was me, but I don't know.
And nobody's talking about Vegas being more exciting than Minnesota. We all know that. That's not the point. The point is Minnesota got screwed.
Think
about all the millions of dollars Minnesota's going to lose out on.
Yo, Sean, they've had since 1993 to go back there as well.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it. Touche. Jocelyn says, but WWE isn't worried about AEW upside down face. Of course not. Of course. That Jesse Ventura though. Rob, cut it out. Detroit will get Mania again before Minnesota. I don't know if people are complaining about the cold. I don't know.
I like where Jocelyn's going. Because I'm gonna tell you something. That's how these things happen.
Let me see. Should the state sue? Actually, that was something I meant to bring up on last week's podcast with you that I forgot. Did you know WWE is suing the state of Texas?
I did not know that.
For releasing numbers to people that
that's right. You did tell me
public
that.
information.
Yes.
Yes. Watch those little lawsuits. But WWE's media team is super proud of everything. Triple H issued apologies, and this is going to be right where I get to segue into this real quick. The game of Papa. So Triple H got asked a question that about Drew Gulak and the Ronda Rousey situation of Drew Gulak and
Triple H was mad. He said he can ask one more question.
Right. He should have left it alone. Because Triple H was looking all right this time, but not at the end of this. So he said something about Fightful and PW Insiders, and he talked about them like, next time use better sources. The same Triple H that me and Sean have always told you exists in his mind. It's fun and games. He'll laugh about it. I don't know. I didn't appreciate that. Like, I just thought it was wrong for Triple H to do that. Because I said, this is going to be the comparison game. If someone else at another company did it, we'd have to hear how he likes nose candy and he's out of his mind. He needs to stay off Twitter. He shouldn't be doing these media scrums. But since it's him, we issue apologies in private. Thanks, PR team. That's great. I just know. Say it out loud, bro. You embarrass them publicly. Say it out loud. And then for Mike Johnson and some of these other folks to be like, it's okay if the same person who I was talking about comes out looking like Meanwhile Honeycomb or Crash Bandicoot with the hair all messy, they would have been like, oh, I'm going to attack this company. Don't you ever say anything about
talk that talk, Conrad. Talk that talk.
But when it was the E, oh no, we can't lose this. They feed you the information they want you to know. Mm-hmm. That's how it came off. And Triple H doesn't care for any of you. That's what it comes off across as, and that's just my opinion.
I agree with you.
That's how I feel, and I'm just like, that's messed up. It's messed up.
It is. WWE does this stuff all the time, man. They're so selective in their execution of the rules, and their following up of the rules. They're so iffy about their business practices. It's like it's the number one professional wrestling organization in the world. But man, like let's have some ethics. Like, what are we not ethical anymore? Do we not care about being good human beings? I know there's no room for being a good human being in business, but you know what? I believe there is. I believe when you shake a man's hand or shake a woman's hand, I believe that you should honor what you say. I wasn't there. Conrad wasn't there, but you know what? I'm imagining WWE executives sitting down with Minnesota and their executives or their board of directors or their congresswoman or congressman or governor and having a deal in place. And it's the same thing you're talking about the selective execution of the rules. What you just talked about, oh, you know what? Well, we're going to do this, but it's only in this case because we're WWE and all the rules don't apply to us.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it's just very weird. I saw a clown put "Don't count your chickens before they hatch." It's on that lady for getting people's hopes up before it was signed.
Oh, clown,
But but
clown.
but no.
You
Here's
don't
my
think
point.
somebody sold that to? Go ahead, Conrad.
But why is there a bidding process then? Like, wouldn't we
Right.
have heard already? Like, oh, Vegas is a top contender for WrestleMania. We never heard that. It never came out. Then it just got flipped all of a sudden. And I don't. That's fine if that's what you want to do, but then don't have a bidding process.
Right. Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. That don't do it.
You can't open up bidding. Let's switch gears a little bit, Conrad. You sit up here, not you person, you're not you, Conrad. I mean you in general. You sit up here and you say that the Olympics are available to any country in the world. Paris, Los Angeles, California, New York City, London. I already said London. No, I didn't say London. London, Japan, wherever. It's an open bid. Whoever wins the bid gets the event. So let's say Paris won, which they did win. Paris wins the bid for the 2024 Olympics. And then the Olympic Committee says, you know what? We'd rather go to Tokyo. Well, why didn't you just call Tokyo from the beginning? Why did you open it up to an opportunity for everybody to get it?
Like I said, it don't make sense. I see the chat. People are mentioning Gulak. I'm going to say this. Drew Gulak was doing a lot of stupid stuff, it sounds like, beforehand when Shawn Michaels is reprimanding him for doing other things and not being safe with people's injuries. His stuff was written already for him to get up on out of there. And for them, Drew Gulak isn't released. I guess they're not renewing his contract is what they're saying. Whatever the situation is with him, whatever. Deuces, ooses, like it's not, I'm not with it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've heard some Drew Gulak stories that I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. So peace, bro. That's all I got to say. I'm not feeling it. I see people mentioning the AWA. Wellerman thinks that London should have gotten it. Honestly, in this same press conference thing, Triple H is telling them to pony up some bread. That was what I got from it.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Yo, shout out to Gabe joining us. Gabe, I have one Red and Green SmackDown Raw guys moveset on my roster. That is all. New owners, Conrad. Yeah, that's fine. New owners. Change the process then before someone thinks that that's what the process is. WWE is a person. I want you to think of a corporation as a person. I don't care who's in charge of it. You've already made the rules. You're playing in that Gomez box. He already set up how it was going to be done. You don't get to change that now. Now you can say moving forward, we're not doing it like that. That's totally fine then. Cool. No issue.
No. Hold on a second. We got to get into this. And no, you know what? I'm really getting to a point where Jesse, you might need to come on my channel or Conrad's channel and talk about this. Triple H could fart and it would be unethical. Bro, are you? Yes or no, Jesse? Jesse from Pro Wrestling Shoot, friend of the show. Are you seriously saying that if WWE made an agreement in practice with Minneapolis to host WrestleMania and then reneged on the deal, that's not unethical? Wellerman Productions hating on Triple H. How the hell are we hating on Triple H?
He has nothing to do with this.
This is ridiculous.
This is a company-wide thing, not that. Moving on, Sean, do you have anything you want to address with Triple H in the press conference, or did you?
Yeah, man, we can address it because it was complete hypocrisy. It was complete hypocrisy.
No, I meant the Jey Uso thing. Did you want to?
Yeah, I know it was hypocrisy. You heard what I said. It was hypocrisy. Triple H during the post-fight press conference talks about how Jey Uso's entrance was one of the great. It was his best moment of the night. Jey Uso's entrance. At the end of the day, Triple H, we don't care what you have to say because at the end of the day, you have decided with your production team, with your creative team, to not give Jey Uso what he rightfully deserves, which is a single championship run. So why are you telling the world that Jey Uso's entrance was the best thing of the night? To me, it's mockery. That's it. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's mockery. You're telling the world Jey Uso's entrance was the best moment of the night for you, but yet you were a determining factor in whether or not those fans were disappointed or happy, and you decided disappointing them was better. So, hypocrisy. It's just me, Oos.
It's rough out here, man. It
really is. But I can't believe this. People sit up here and think it's okay. I'm going to shake your hand and give you... it doesn't matter if the ink is dry on the contract or not, Conrad. If I give you my word... Do people's word don't mean anything anymore?
Howard, didn't you once say you don't have a contract until you have a contract? I would think most people would be smart enough to not say anything, though, if they said, yes, you have it. It's good to go. Listen, whatever you did, you did. All right? It's fine. It's over. WrestleMania's going to Vegas, period. There's nothing I can say to change or do that. What I'm saying is be careful how you operate in business going forward. That's not going to make people happy if you're up here taking people's money and then you're like, yeah, forget it. Forget it. Switch it around.
Shout out to Deanna. Go ahead, Conrad. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to read comments.
Yeah, read it.
I'm saying they're in the business of making money. Vegas offered more. Nah. If so, that's how it usually goes, man. I don't understand why people are surprised. But Jesse, then why have rules is what we're saying. Don't have rules then.
There's a system in place. They clearly diverted from the system.
Can we talk about the dirt sheet drama? I mean, I don't really have anything else to say on it besides what I said. I mean, I saw Fightful people were offended by what Triple H said. I mean, how would you guys feel if it was that situation for you? I would love to hear from the chat on this one.
Facts.
Yeah, what do you guys think of the dirt sheet drama then? Let me see. Jesse and BJ, take it easy, guys. They're going back and forth. This ain't a participation trophy. This ain't the NHL All-Star Game, NBA All-Star Game, MLB All-Star Game.
James, ethics should mean you're a good guy, James. Ethics should mean something. I know there's no ethics in business, but there should be. And like Conrad was saying, at the end of the day, there's a system in place. They clearly diverted from the system. They clearly deviated from the system.
Let me see here. How the nose talks to people at press conferences is crazy. No wonder.
Easy, my goodness.
Take it easy. WWE is a heel company, management-wise. Delayed Grant says the ghost and stench of Vince is still there. Okay.
Ooh, I can't say I disagree.
And I've always said that no matter what happens, the structure that he has set up will be the structure for a long, long time until it is torn down. And that's just something that you're just going to have to deal with. Did Vegas offer more money? I don't know. You think they're going to tell us that? Where's that PR team to let us know if I have a question? Where can I write that into? They're not going to tell us that. They wouldn't. What is the dirt sheet drama? I'm not hip. Triple H just basically tore down Fightful and PW Insider.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
And it was nothing. Guy Will Gamble was nothing but an attempt because somebody asked him a question that made him a little hot under the collar, and he kind of threw off to kind of get the heat off himself and told, "We're sources are not here." You know, typical WWE crap.
Yeah. This is a Vince system. Is Endeavor? It says it's Vegas. It's on them. But this is I'm trying to explain this. Like, it is a company. You cannot just do that. You are publicly traded.
This is not like two kids on the street trading bubblegum or trading basketball.
Toys or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
No apologies needed. A lot of time. This is clickbait. Respect to you and Sean for talking facts, not reporting things that ain't true. I try not to report things that aren't true. There's a reason why sometimes me and Sean don't talk about things right away.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes stuff will come out. Look at, oh man, I wish I could swear on this show right now. I'm going to say this as politely as I can. Johnny Ace is a punk.
He is.
He is a punk for what he pulled. That was a sucker move. I'll say that. That was a sucker move and some bullshiggity that he pulled. So, you know what?
It was a B move as well.
And you know what I believe in too? What goes around comes around.
Sure enough.
So, believe that.
Sure enough. He's a punk anyway. He's been a punk for a long time.
All right. Let me get on here, man. let's get into some of this other stuff. I'm just gonna do a little promotion for some people here. New Japan Resurgence. They have a show coming up here at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California, not Canada for James. Saturday, May 11th. I don't know if you'd be interested in checking that out, James, but that's going to be in your area. But
one day after my birthday.
Yeah, they got a pretty decent card lined up here. So some matches are going to play out and depend on what happens. New television champion in New Japan. Shout out to Jeff Cobb, big homie, getting them belts out here. I did want to talk Dynamite real quick with you. Rob said I would say spineless.
Yeah. The big Joel thinks Joel, you trying to say that my next birthday is going to be my 30th? I wish. My birthday on Friday is going to be my 38th. I'm old. I'll be 38 on Friday, not 30. I wish I was 30.
Right? James, you tell no lies right there, my friend. You tell no lies. Love it. Let's talk about Dynamite. We did a Kenny Omega returns was the big thing here. But I don't want to talk about just Kenny Omega returning, Sean. I want to talk about how is AEW Dynamite failing and what are the issues? Are you putting this on the playoffs? I know that's not something, and we don't usually talk business and stuff sometimes. So just know we're talking business here for a second with what's going on with them. And creative is going to affect that business. So play along with us. I don't want to hear any of that wise guy garbage.
There you go.
But I'm letting you know because I put up a chart. So we're talking business with this for a second. And we don't normally do that. Please let me see how this goes. Dynamite. We see a big trend here. They started off with almost 800K. They slid, but then they popped back up for certain segments. The Jericho Shibata, Big Bill stuff, Willow Nightingale, Stokely Hathaway. It's stuff that people who work for WWE are going to pay attention to. So what do you think of this when you're looking at this? I know that this involves a lot of other stuff here happening.
I mean, it does. To me, I look at trends for what they are. I don't put too much stock into them. I mean, look, all you can do is just look at the brass tacks of it all, which is which segments are doing the best. I mean, I don't really have an issue with paying attention to the numbers, but the numbers are skewed anyway because the company, you have to think about time frames, you think about time slots, you think about day of the week, all that stuff takes into account. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The 6-minute overrun, maybe it helped. I don't know. Maybe it hurt. I don't know what was going to happen with it. The 3-hour shows, like, did you feel it worked better? We went live. Like, we tried something different. We went live right after Dynamite still and then tried to, like, watch on the side. But I don't know if I would appreciate 3 hours.
3 hours is tough. I mean, 3 hours, people have issues with 3 hours on Monday Night Raw, too. I'm all about long TV shows as long as it makes good sense as far as wrestling is concerned. I liked the Rampage crossover last Wednesday, but you're saying you don't think it would be good for the long run.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Once in a while, sure, but not all the time. I don't mind, like now, when you're on TNT, TBS, if they've got the NBA, you're done for. And that's the key thing for them to watch with these upcoming things. If you lose the NBA, do you lose money if you're Warner Brothers Discovery and then you can't afford to give AEW more? Or do you have to pony up and give them more because you can't afford as many NBA games as you once did? This is going to be tough. This is an interesting television deal. Like WWE getting that Netflix deal, humongous business right there.
And big shout out to Netflix as well. WWE and the Tyson fight in July. Good grief.
Yeah, man, they're about to be raking in the money, man. I'm just glad that I got it through T-Mobile, man. not promoting them or anything. I was just like, oh, I got Netflix for free. Woo! Because I was worried how I was going to watch Raw.
I'll be covering the Tyson versus Paul fight, but I'm excited about it. Oh, make sure you guys check out the new Hubbard Wrestling Weekly website drops on Memorial Day weekend, and me and Conrad are trying to cook something up for that. So be on the lookout.
Right. Look at this. Everyone in here talking about their old timers now. 38.
Everybody, Deanna, McKinney, Quills, a couple people that BJ, they're trying to make me feel better about being 38. So I appreciate you guys.
I want you guys to know that the average age for this is we're all right about in there. It's like late 20s to 40s, I would say.
I will say this though. I think I look good for 38. I'm not. I mean, almost 38. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like crazy marks on my face. You know, like this. You know, like we doing okay over here, man. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Big shout out to everybody in their 30s and 40s, man. We still look good, man. We're the generation that still looks young. These kids coming behind us are looking old, bro.
Yo, shout out to everyone who's alive. Let me say that. Like,
100,
yo,
100.
Get through the day, man. Get through it.
100.
Deanna mentioned Joe Hendry. Congratulations to Joe Hendry. Leo Rush versus Mustafa Ali on Saturday. I can't wait. Donnie, I'm surprised to hear you say this. AEW has crappy booking. Why so, sir? I want to hear from you. McKinney says, he's talking about being 38. No MJF, no Britt, no Hater, and lots of negative press plus NBA competition delayed.
Yeah,
to say
a lot going on, bro. A lot going on.
Wellamon Production says Tony can't book. Do you agree with that? Do you dislike Tony Khan's booking, or is it run its course, or what?
Tony can't book, I think, is too much of a blanket statement. I would say it needs some improvement, but I think he's doing the best he can.
Collision. 3 hours sucks. He says, I agree with that.
3 hours sucks.
It's just not good for any wrestling show.
The crossover was good this time, though.
Yeah, Rockstar says AEW's got a lot of people on TV and nobody cared about. I did see a lot of complaints like about Trent Beretta and Orange. Like, I don't really care. They built them up for 5 years. I mean, that's rough. That's right. I can't make someone care if you don't care.
You got to give the people what they want.
Don't say we're biased. We make jokes about everybody. We got jokes for everybody. 3 hours isn't bad if it's solid and flies fast. Raw is unwatchable.
It really is. Raw is unwatchable.
I would say 70% of the time, Raw is not good. I think Triple H has improved it to where I can find a good episode of Raw, but 3 hours is tough, man. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how well you're writing. Let me see. I
believe in Joe Hendry.
I love it. I love Joe Hendry. Good for him. Shout out to the TNA guys. But most of the time, see, people are straight doo-doo Raw. I'm 42 looking like I'm 25 over here.
I like it. Well, listen, quick question. Shout out to Quilly for that comment. I like that. Prince Rockstar, I feel you. Check this out, Conrad in chat. So I'm assuming, and I think I'm correct in my assumption, that the Netflix WWE Raw presentation will be commercial free?
We don't know. That's the question that people have. Like, how are we going to do it?
Because to your point, Conrad, if it's commercial free, that's even more TV you have to produce.
I think they're going to find a way to incorporate commercials because that's revenue. You're not going to throw that revenue away. I wouldn't.
Okay.
But there are commercials incorporated within Netflix now, aren't they? Don't they have it?
I think so, but if you have the deal where you don't have commercials in your plan, you know what they could do? They could always just have like WWE commercials.
Yeah, they'll find or video packages and stuff that they put together.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat that for the audio listeners, but you felt like you were comfortable putting out there. You do not look that age. God bless you.
Let me see here. McKinney says, I hate looking at the numbers, but TK said WBD said that these are the only numbers that count to them. And to me, these numbers don't look good, especially when they continuously decline. Once again, I'm going to say the same thing, though, that I've always said, even for Raw's sake. You have to be careful looking at these television numbers. I don't watch on television anymore. I don't know if I'm counted in that. I don't think I am.
I don't watch Raw, period. So, I'm not going to be watching Raw tonight for sure.
Yeah, like there's a basketball game on. There are times where other stuff gets, and I'm not trying to be mean to wrestling. There's sometimes things catch your attention. On a Saturday during the playoffs with football, I'm like, yo, what's up? This is a good game. I might have to stick around for this. And you end up missing parts of shows, but you're going to do that. AEW needs a brand split. What do you think? You think that would help?
I think they have a lot of talent. And a lot of talent that kind of goes by the wayside. Maybe a brand split would be a good idea.
Could help, but it seems like WBD doesn't want anything to do with Ring of Honor, and I don't get why.
I don't understand it either. I mean, that time slot on Saturday night,
or Friday.
Ring of Honor. Yeah, even that too. Yeah, right.
Give them that 1 hour, man. Pro Wrestling Shoot says, I never like 3 hours. It's bad enough and hard enough to watch wrestling that's on TV. WWE needs to end that. I think they get too much money, bro. They get too much money to say no to it. AEW is a bit of a pass here because of their situation with sports. I think that, but AEW should have known what they were getting into bed with when they did that, though. WCW used to get bumped like that too in the beginning.
Every April, that's the way it goes. Every April and May.
Yeah. Quill said, I believe in Joe Hendry with Jay Uso, FanFest girl in the house. She's been forcing me to watch Raw for 3 hours. It goes by fast, I think he's trying to say. I like what they're doing with Black and Copeland in AEW. I just really hope that they drive the story home with them. I'm also excited for Christian and Swerve. Jesse, AEW gets slack for the way it has more in-ring action. Fans just want more wrestling. WWE fans want like 18 minutes of Randy and Roman talking. It's okay to admit it. I mean, there's a style in WWE too, though. People know. Sean, you want to write an Attitude Era show with me?
I would.
Let's write one. Let's go back. Give me a year. 2000?
Yep.
All right, here comes Triple H and Stephanie McMahon to the ring. 20-minute promo. During that time, they're going to be interrupted by If You Smell. Here comes The
every
Rock.
week.
The Rock's going to come out. They're going to book him in some crazy match with X-Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn. And then they'll have Tori in the ringside as the special guest referee, and Triple H is going to be on commentary to make sure things are done right. Then we cut over to our next match. Here comes D'Lo Brown with the European title, getting ready to defend against Taka Michinoku and Funaki. Unfortunately, Taka is distracted, and D'Lo Brown picks up the win. Let's go into the next segment. Oh, wait, here's a commercial for Skittles. And don't forget to tune into Backlash this week, coming up this Sunday on pay-per-view.
I love it.
Let me know when you're ready. Here we go. Here's Trish Stratus backstage. TNA tonight, we're going to make sure that we get the big win, and we're taking home those WWF tag team titles from the APA. Down goes Albert. 1, 2, 3. They try to chase Trish. She runs off, and she's scared. Jacqueline looks on backstage like I might have to go and help the APA next time. Here comes Right to Censor for a promo.
Yo!
Then here comes Taz. It's Taz. But then he gets beat up because the Good Father joined the group this week. It's time for the main event. The King of Rock, who? If You Smell. Rock Bottom. Road Dogg, People's Elbow, Billy Gunn, foot up the backside. That's it. Game over. Triple H and Rock go off the air. They brawl in the crowd for part of the match. I'm not trying to be funny.
Here comes the Dudley Boys with a beefaroni commercial.
Yes, I loved it. But at the same time, you know what you're getting when you get into it with that. I loved it back then, though.
That was the funniest thing that was so funny because it was so accurate. Oh, my God.
Brats, hot take. Give AEW time. Most of us fans are WWE fans first, and we got used to a certain presentation and style. Massive segments, replays, slow matches, catchphrase promos. It takes time to undo that. It does. It does. Like I said, me and Sean, I grew up watching WCW on Saturday nights, bro. I love Barry Windham. I will watch some Barry Windham matches. That's fine with me. Give me Great Muta. He's from Japan.
Conrad, that was the greatest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Pro Wrestler Shoot agrees. There's no way Netflix doesn't have ads.
I know my ribs hurt though, bro. You gotta stop. That was fantastic.
I apologize. Taka distracted by Val Venus. More like Val Venus distracted by Taka and the homies.
Val Venus is distracted by Taka Michinoku's wife.
We're getting yelled at. Castro GTX Slam of the Week. I tried to avoid those segments.
Sponsored by Kaboom Box.
JBC Kaboom. Here's the Headbangers. The new Blackjacks with shoe polish.
Here comes Kane opening up beefaroni cans by doing the pyro thing. Beefaroni flies in the air right into the lugs. He says lugs is in the house.
Yo, lugs were great, man.
Yeah. Yo, this is awesome. JVC, Kaboom Box, lugs.
It was good stuff.
Oh
bro.
My God! Here comes the Castro Slam of the night. This is great.
Didn't see your favorites this week? Watch WWF Metal, where you can watch Christopher Daniels take on Sho Funaki. Essa Rios will be in action with Lita, taking on Michael Hayes and the Hardys. Stacker 2 moment of the night. Yes.
You wanna make a call? Call. Use 1-800-COLLECT.
Sponsored by Stacker 2. Yo.
I can't take it.
Yo, it's crazy that we can remember all that stuff, though.
No, it's really bad, though. Like, this is hilarious. I'm in tears right now.
Pro Wrestling Shoe says ROH is trash. Now, I think Ring of Honor needs focus, and I think it needs focus that isn't Tony Khan. He needs someone to help him develop that. I don't know if it's Jeff Jarrett. Find a mind backstage that can help you with that. And I've never cared for New Japan. New Japan is great.
New Japan was great.
What was great. Yeah, until they got crushed. JR screaming about Skittles. Skittles! Taste the rainbow! Not everything has to be WWE style. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, pro wrestling is pro wrestling, guys, at the end of the day. It's very subjective. What I like and someone else likes are two different things. I could watch everything and find a way to appreciate it. I could watch MLW tomorrow and I'll be like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'll find something that I like on the show. You can always find something to complain about with these things. You know what I mean?
Conrad,
here's Creed My Sacrifice promo package. My Sacrifice. Do. Joe Hendry shows up playing it. Yo, that's
oh
it,
my god.
Anyone who has never seen Okada Omega 1 through 4 should go back and watch it. It will change your taste in wrestling forever. I love the Okada Omega matches. I watch those with Rob, man. Shout out to Rob. Let's just get into let's put a stake in this Dynamite thing. So is there anything that Tony can do, or is he just stuck? I feel like I said this when we talked about the what storyline was it, Sean, where you made me realize I was sitting here, we were doing a show and I realized that you were right. The Devil storyline where MJF they were trying to figure out who done it. That's cool. It works.
And we realized that if it wasn't CM Punk, it just wasn't gonna work.
And I was like, wow, my feelings are hurt. Sean is completely right about this, that no matter who they pick, it's not going to be good.
At that point, you realize that at Survivor Series, you realize whoever it was is just not going to matter.
Is that the same way you feel about this Tony Khan thing? Like he got the
totally.
Tony Khan driver. Totally. There's nothing.
They would have to sign John Cena or something for them to make a big wave like that. It's not going to work out.
And there's not enough talent right now to be signed that aren't already signed. You're in the position of making people, so that's what they're going to have to do.
By the way, purchase the Kurt Angle It's True video available right now on WWE.com.
Who wrote that? Was that you? That was a Sean Hubbard? Cut it out. WWE The Music Anthology on sale now. Yeah. Yo, you guys are bugging. Stay tuned for WWF SmackDown on UPN after Girlfriends or the PJs.
Coming up next on USA, La Femme Nikita.
Stalkings. Yeah, I used to watch Murder, She Wrote before Raw. That's how you know I'm old. That was my joint. Angela Lansbury. Let's go.
Oh my god, yo. This has been that's the most hilarious segment in the history of Clash of the Podcast.
I feel like they love when we go off on some old rant tangent about metal and Velocity is back, baby.
I mean, we've had some moments. You know what that means. The Rice Krispies. We've had some moments.
Let's book the Attitude Era real quick. That Russo guy, he sure was a genius, right, guys?
Oh my god! It took the McMahon-Helmsley regime 8 minutes to get to the ring because there was like 37 members. It was Triple H, Stephanie, X-Pac, Road Dogg,
Tori,
Briscoe, Patterson, Gomez.
Nothing was worse than the corporate ministry, bro. I think corporate ministry was the worst of all time. I'm like, bro, there's like 50 people in this.
Triple H, Undertaker, Shane, Vince.
Joel said Pacific Blue. That was my show too.
Test. Yo, it was crazy. Midian. Viscera. Everybody was in that group. Yo, by the time they got to the ring, it was 8:25. It was like almost time for a commercial.
DJ said, check out our segment with one of our talents in WWE New York. Yo, one of my favorite. Yo, speaking of King of the Ring, I'm gonna make this relate. That's our next thing we're gonna talk about. Yo, do you remember when Edge buried Billy Gunn, bro. Like, this is the greatest promo.
Oh
He was
yeah,
like, if
The
I
King
win
of the
the
Ring
King
segment?
of the Ring, he came out with the cup and Christian's holding. He's like, if I win the King of the Ring next year, and they say that in a year's time that I'm going to be at WWF New York eating a meatball sub, he was like, just put me out of my misery. I was like, yo, poor Billy Gunn, bro.
Christian carrying around Edge's King of the Ring trophy like he belonged.
That's what they were pretending to be brothers still. He's like, Grandma loves me more. That was some funny stuff. Yo, live performance from WWE's favorite band, Limp Bizkit. Yo, let me tell you, true story today. I was going into the gym and someone was blasting Limp Bizkit. I felt like I was in 1999.
Oh my God. Oh
Yo, corporate ministry was the worst of the NWO book by Russo.
Make sure you tune in to Sunday Night Heat. The main event is going to be Midian versus Steve Blackman.
Coming up on Thursday, Nash Bridges guest star Stone Cold. Yo, next week on Clash of the Podcast, I need you guys to do me a favor. I really need to know this answer. I need to know who had more members, corporate ministry or NWO. Like, we need a tally.
Corporate ministry. We're going to look into that. Corporate ministry was corporate ministry had everybody. Ken Shamrock, everybody. Boss Man.
They were kicked out, remember?
No, but they were at some point. They were all in the group, though.
No, they got kicked out. Don't you remember they had their own group?
Okay, that's right. Shamrock never actually made it to the corporate ministry.
No. Now I'm about to put your knowledge to the test. Do you remember the name of their faction for like 2 weeks? With 2x4.
It was the Union.
That joint was terrible. Union, do with the whistle,
Their music was the word Union followed by a generic beat. Union.
Test coming out with some short
chat. You remember the Union's music? Here it goes. You ready for the Union's music? Union.
Who was in it? It was Ken Shamrock, Paul
Mankind.
Mankind, and Vince. What? Awful. Doc Hendricks selling shirts. Oh yeah, selling them video games too.
Holy crap!
Also, the 3 mini hardcore title segments. Yes. Crash Holly here sleeping. Walker Texas Ranger, Nash Bridges. Did you watch Pacific Blue? I did watch those. I'm a fool, man. Dude, I've listened to more Limp Bizkit in the last 2 years than I have since 2005. BJ, same, brother. Same. People are bringing up China, the Union.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes Test proposing to Stephanie.
Yo, that angle was huge for them.
It was, though. It was.
Someone said the Patriot. Oh, no. I'd like to forget. So, going back to King of the Ring, we got to put a bow on this. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to give Quilly's props, too, because Quills definitely had our episodes, memorized. So I know we're going to have to call Quills if we ever want to remember what episode did we say something crazy on. Quills got him in his head. Where was it? Right here. Hubs, this is the second funniest thing. First funniest thing was back to episode 25, talking about the free agents of Velocity in the comments.
Oh, my God. That's true. I remember that, too. Oh, my God. Yo.
Limp Bizkit's still great pro wrestling.
He is. That's facts, though. That's facts.
Right to censor from the iPhone should be the iPhone alarm.
Oh, you remember this? GTV! GTV!
Clown yelled at me. You forgot to book the Job Squad. We forgot to book the Job Squad. No, we didn't.
By the way, did anybody ever find out who was behind GTV? Never.
It was Goldust. That's who it was supposed to be in the end.
Oh, that was who it was supposed to be? Okay.
Rumored, but then I think he got released by that point.
By the way, how original. Goldust Television. Wow. Amazing. That Russo was fantastic.
X out that Finn Balor Drew McIntyre match, folks. Here's what we got lined up. Yo, this is tonight's Raw's card. This might be one of the best cards they put together on Raw. It could be.
I don't know if it's one of the best cards. It's just one of the most packed cards.
This is why I'm saying it depends on if they give these time, bro. Ilya Dragunov versus Ricochet.
Gunther versus potential. What I'm saying is, don't be infatuated with the fact that they're actually going to wrestle tonight.
Yeah, and it might be short matches because 8 matches is a lot to get through.
Yeah.
I don't see a winner in sight for Queen.
Yo, what does everybody want?
Yo, chill. But Raw looks like it's going to be pretty good tonight. Winner's going to be crowned King and Queen of the Ring, happening in.
It's a shame. It's a shame what happened to Pepper.
Boss Man was a heel's heel, bro.
Boss Man was relentless. God rest his soul.
Guys, peep the date. Live Saturday, May 25th. Also my anniversary. Shout out to the wifey. But
there you go.
You are going through this, Saturday, May 25th, King and Queen of the Ring. I don't know if there's a pay-per-view the next night. Just saying. It just happens to be on the day before. Don't get too burnt out on tournament matches before you watch that other pay-per-view. They would never do it. It's smart, bro. Like, don't think I'm just picking on them. It is smart to do what they're doing. But
and speaking of royalty,
Charlotte's back.
Who?
What are you telling me?
Who?
Jerry the King Lawler's no longer with WWE. Yeah. Yep.
Did not renew his contract.
Jesse did keep it 100 about this. Tournaments, I'm out. He hates tournaments, bro.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. We stopped doing watch-alongs to the Attitude Era because of the Patriot. Yo, AEW Fight Forever, $10. They got DLC coming out, too, this Wednesday with Samoa Joe. Check it out. Look at that. And he said the DLC is half off on Xbox. He out here selling for him.
Yo, make sure y'all blow up my social media for my birthday on Friday, man. I want to see all of y'all.
Yeah, for sure. Show him some love. Best tournament since WrestleMania 4.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Dude, why did I write your whole name? That was not what I was supposed to do. I'm about to put your stuff in the chat. Sean, take us out of here, bro. I can't anymore. We're about to be laughing, and we're acting out tonight.
One of the best episodes ever. Yo, we've been angry. We've been sad. We've laughed. We've cried. What an episode. 88 will go down in the annals of time, man. 88 will go down in the annals of time. Yo, let's go, Knicks. Shout out to Conrad, of course, my tag team partner, my friend. What a great episode. Happy birthday to me. Happy anniversary to Conrad and the wife. Everybody, we appreciate you guys. We will see you here next week, 6:05. But before we get to next week, make sure you stop by right here, EPW channel for Derek and Conrad presents the AEW review show at 10:10 on Wednesday night. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you check out our boy Jesse and James podcast on Tuesday night. Make sure you go to their channel as well and support them. The Money in the Bank previews coming up on my channel. The SummerSlam preview coming up on my channel. We got a lot of stuff going on. Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, brand new website dropping on May 24th with an exclusive from Conrad and myself. So we got a lot of stuff going on, man. And as of now, the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly podcast is now available on Spotify, thanks to Conrad. So we are in the building, doing what we got to do, making the dream work with the teamwork. So with that being said, my name is Sean Hubbard. His name is Conrad Cushman. New York Knicks in 5, starting tonight. God bless. Be encouraged. Evil never prevails.